Alrighty then, we are live and alive in the 915. What is going on, everyone? Happy Monday. And this is another edition of our stay at home open mic presented by the Barbed Open Mic series in El Paso, Texas. My name is Richie David Marrufo. I am the project director of BWOMS. That's what I like to call it. It's a little shorter than Barbed Wire Open Mic series, saying having to say that every time. And we've been doing this online mic every single Monday since April of 2020. That's right. Every single Monday we've been here, over 200 episodes in, and in that time we've been able to see many, many, many performers from not only the El Paso region but all over the world tune in. I could even say maybe there have been many performers from out of this world, figuratively at least. We've had puppets, we've had all sorts of musicians, we've had lots and lots of poets and writers. So today we're continuing that tradition. And if you're here at the very beginning, chat, welcome. Thanks for being here with us. If you're returning, welcome back. And if this is your first time, great to have you. Hopefully, again, stick around. We've got a full show, we got a great list of performers. This online mic is like any other open mic you may encounter. In order to perform, all you have to do is sign up, and we do have the sign up sheet in the description of this video. So if it's early enough, you still may be able to sign up and join us. I would say there's room to do that. If not, we're here every Monday. Check it out today, and then next week, come join us. We definitely would love to hear your work, creative writing, your poetry, your prose. If you have any cover poems, and if you perform music, if you sing. Other than that, how are you doing, chat? How you doing, people of the live stream? I always encourage you guys to say hello in the chat, but I never ask how you're doing. So say hello and let us know how you're doing. It'd be nice. I know Sandy's always here. We always have a lot of regulars. So other than that, we have like I said, a fine list of performers. If you're new here, each performance is more or less around 5 to 7 minutes, give or take. Of course, performers are not required to use all of that time. That could be considered a long time by online open mic standards. So whatever you need to do to express yourself, and don't worry if you have a really long piece, I recommend breaking it up into pieces and doing a serialized version. That always is really cool. Like I mentioned earlier, we definitely encourage original work. So if you have any writing that you've been doing lately that you want to share, that's perfect. We also welcome older pieces. It's always fun to find an old journal, an old notebook, and try stuff out, see what works. And of course, we love to espouse the cover poem. That's right. If you want to celebrate, any writer that you admire, that you cherish, that inspired you, that's a really good opportunity to do so. Also, just if there's anything special happening on a particular day and you want to celebrate, for example, it's Earth Day. So if you guys want to share any poems or prose or any pieces that celebrate the earth, nature, all that, we highly encourage it. It's also a great way to get people exposed to other writers. That's kind of a really cool thing that's happened because of the cover poem. I'm sorry. Got some coffee to help a little bit with a sore throat. I am a professor. I'm a teacher, so I'm talking all the time. I'm a host talking all the time, and I do hot podcasts talking all the time. So my throat sometimes is a little rough. Anyway, other things really quick. So if you're an EPCC student, let us know you are here in the chat. Say hello, and I will let you know how to get that information for the Hano Passport program. So I'll be on the lookout for that. Otherwise, if you are in the El Paso area, we have a couple of things this week that you should look into and hit up. So Tuesday nights, we are in downtown El Paso, San Antonio Street. Tomorrow, we're going to be at Rosewood Bar every other Tuesday. That is our verse and harmony open mic. I call it the verse and harmony open mic because we, in particular, welcome writers, poets, and musicians. So come with your verse, come with your harmonies. Um, what else can I say about that? Sign up starts at 8 p.m. So it's a little bit of a later show. I know that my friend, and then I just draw a blank on his name. He lives in Las Cruces as well. Uh, Jamie O'Hara. He's a magician. He's also a musician. I always make that joke about the fine line between musician and musician. He's literally walks that line. He started an open mic at Unbranded Tavern, which is also downtown. So I did want to give a shout out to that. I don't believe in competition. I believe that everything will make us stronger together. So yeah, check that out. I think that's an earlier show. So you can go to Unbranded and then you can go visit us afterward at Rosewood. Other than that, we do have an open mic at Old Sheepdog Brewery on Thursday, and that will be hosted by our very own Kit Wren in the house. He'll be reading today. And that's always a fun one. Last Thursday of every month, Old Sheepdog is located in South Central El Paso. They have awesome beer, and they just started making very, very delicious food. They have signature burritos that are a throwback to a family recipe. I've not been disappointed. And as well, Thursdays are always like art in El Paso. Dylan Garcia, what's going on from Illinois? Welcome. Good to have you here with us. We still have a sign up if you want to join us. It's in the description. Otherwise, just sit back, relax, and let us know whose poems you like. You know, which imagery hits a nerve, hits a nerve in a good way, of course, right? All right, cool. And then Friday, we have another thing with El Paso Community College, the Hector Padilla Literary Contest. This year, we're doing prose poems. We have three winners. I'll be emceeing the show, but you know, as with all things EPCC, we are encouraging community writers to come and join us because sometimes the students can be shy and they need a little bit of encouragement. And so if they see other writers doing their thing, that is going to be Friday, kind of early-ish. I think it's like around 6. I'll have to double check the time on that, but come by. I'll be talking about my friend Hector, who passed away just a little before 2020 or around 2020. But he's the one who hired me. I teach at the college, you know, and you know I'm there because of him, and he was such a great supporter and friend. You know, he gave me the keys to his office so he can like chop it up, you know, and that was the ultimate support. And hopefully you guys can be that for someone too. Anyway, I've been talking. I've been yapping away. 2 weeks ago, I was sick and I could barely say a sentence. I was like, "All right, guys, start the mic." I got
Making
to
up
make up for
for
it.
it.
I got to make up for it. That's true. Yeah, word economy. There's no word. All right, anyway, let's go and get this thing underway. Great to have you guys here. We're gonna kick things off as we often do. Actually, let me double check that. That's right. All right. So we're located in El Paso, but we're going to stick around in the same time zone, but we're going to go a little bit north of here and a little further up the Rocky Mountains and visit our friend Mike Sindler, who is our very own lighthouse. And I'll let him explain more. Mike, go and take it away. Happy
Yeah,
Monday.
hey Richie, great to be here. Um, just a real quick, you're talking about how everybody should be free to do serialized stuff, and Kazi's doing that. And one of the great things because of Kit, who comes in like Kit makes in the description of all the things on YouTube, who it is and what time they are. So you can like go back and you can just like open up a whole bunch of tabs to YouTube and then just like get each one to Kazi and just like boom, 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 listen to his whole thing up to now. So what Kit does as far as like making it, to where you can go in and just find the performers and stuff you want every week is really nice thing that he does. Um, I find it really helpful. And I do want to go ahead and put in a word for lighthousewriters.org, as I always do, which is why Richie made that little lighthouse comment. And they're just a great organization, and they have all kinds of classes and workshops and events and great things like that. And they got Lit Fest coming up in the beginning of June, the second week of June. It's going to be just totally lit. I'm going to be taking classes with Jane Hirschfield and Mark Doty. I'm just thrilled and delighted. And Denver's a cool place. Like I just got a ticket today to do a thing at the uh, museum down the street from me. Natalie Diaz is going to be there, so that's going to just I love me some Natalie Diaz. That being said, see, I'm just going with Richie and over talking. So blame him. I am, doing my 30-30 and keeping ahead of the curve here. So I'm just going to read some, new shit, as they say. I don't usually use that term, but, recent stuff. I'm going to start with one that I kind of think is slightly inspirational, maybe, called Your Story. Tell your story. Leave the grit and blood on the page, but do not be afraid to seal it with a kiss. Love your truth. Hang it high, signed with the gold in your heart. And I did Passover Seder early, did it yesterday, and it was a potluck thing. And so I was having to do this, make what they wanted me to make. And part of it was this fake feta cheese. So I got a bunch of points on that. So this one's called Find Out. Shouldn't cheese be cheese? I guess I'm going to find out. Vegan feta, sure. Tofu by another name. Why did I agree to this? And that was a Tonka, by the way. And this next one is a Ringa, which is a series of Tonkas all in a row. And it's called Feta Schmeta. Prepping for Pesach. Potluck dish experiment. Keeping vegans fed with a quinoa casserole and a pretty tossed salad. Real and fake feta. Choose latter at your own risk. Just know you were warned. I cannot work miracles, so this remains unholy. My reputation is going to take a real hit. This ain't my best work. Maybe Elijah will show and distract everyone. Who remembers food after seeing a saint's ghost? I know I wouldn't. Why not a word from him for 11,000 long years? I assure you, he wasn't waiting to try tofu and cashews tinged with nutritional yeast. Something you might want to call a real Hail Mary if the connotations weren't an embarrassment worse than the cheese itself. What the hell? Try the damn stuff. Happy Passover. It's about the company more than the menu. I'm glad for the kind invite and thrilled to episessen. And I'm going to go back and do one more because we're right at the... And this is just another, I've just been doing a lot of Tonkas. This is called Searching Sidewalk. Yawning like Hotai, gray bus stop Bodhisattva rises to the day, scratching button-popped belly, searching sidewalk for a smoke. And with that, I'm going to put on the hat and wish everybody a really happy Earth Day, because we are lucky. And by the way, you know, it's Earth Day and Passover together. I'm waiting for all these people who are so mad at Biden for, you know, having, you know, Trans Day and Easter together. They should be just as mad about Earth Day and Passover, don't you think? But, you know, hypocrites. So this is Song for the Turtles in the Gulf by Linda Hogan, who I absolutely adore. We had been together so very long, you willing to swim with me. Just last month, myself merely small in the ocean of splendor and light, the reflections and distortions of us. And now, when I see the man from British Petroleum lift you up dead from the plastic bin of death, he with a smile, you burned and covered with red black oil, torched and pained, and all I can think is that I loved your life, the very air you exhaled when you rose, old great mother, the beautiful swimmer, the mosaic growth of shell, so detailed, no part of you simple, meaningless, or able to be created by any human, only destroyed. How can they learn the secret importance of your beaten heart? The eyes of another intelligent than ours, maybe greater, with claws, flippers, plastron. Forgive us for being thrown off true, for our trespasses in the eddies of the water where we first walked. And man, does she have it or what? And this next one is Passover by Jesse E. Samter. It's a far, far road from Egypt to our happy land, from the pyramids of Egypt built beneath the tyrant's hand. Its road so strange and marvelous that few can understand. See, the Lord had passed us over for his sign upon our gate. He has spared the crushed and driven. He has judged the proud and great. When the hosts of Israel rise to go, he makes the crooked straight. It's a far, far road to Zion for the slave afraid to flee. He must pass through flood and desert, yet his land he shall not see. But the man that knows the sign of God on Pesach Eve is free. And I just sort of especially like that because I thought it also expressed the same thing that migrants who are refugees coming to this country right now are going through. And it is something that just continues as the world continues. We keep seeing these same patterns over and over until we learn to get together, all of us. So thank you very much.
Awesome, man. Thank you very much for kicking off and pretty much showing everyone how it's done. As always, you get the plug in early with Tumble Words. Go check them out. Always a lot of fun. The Lit Fest, which I'm sure is always lit. Yeah, so you get to see a little bit of the cover poem, all that good stuff. We're going to go ahead and continue on with our online mic, and we're going to come back to El Paso for our next performer. Not only is she a master poet, she is a master gardener. She's got several collections out, and it's always great to have her share some pieces at the mic. Here we go. It's Robin Schofield. Happy Monday, Robin.
Happy Monday, everybody. Thank you, Richie. Yeah, I spent the morning in my garden. I didn't even think about it being Earth Day. I just always go out there on Mondays. So that was fun. I'm going to read some things out of my new book, Ridge of High Pressure. I'm told it's eco poetry, so very appropriate for Earth Day, I think. And some, because it's already getting hot, I guess I'll read some summerish poems. This one's called Watching the Weather. At the fringe of the yellow grass rolls the supermoon, a giant gourd spilling seed stars on a humid twilight, black-chinned and broad-tailed hummingbirds chasing one another. Purple rain sage foreshadowed dark sky in daylight, not light sky at night, not shadows and no stars tonight. Thunder shakes us awake. Walking rain stayed off the ground, dark blue stripes, the swing of it in the wind, curving like a javelina's rib cage. Green volunteers spring up, and I wonder if they can outstay summer's drought and cannon through to flower and seed themselves, intersecting a bronze-bodied rufous hummingbird between the setting sun, the super moon. Stray trees roam the yard and lunge at the fence, weedy palo verdes seated by the wind, rising in the rain, the scant rain. And this one's called Upper Valley Road, Summer Solstice. The trill of the red-winged blackbird carries over the green-smelling water as he calls for his dull brown mate who will brood away the summer. They stay in the cottonwoods, willows, and tornillo oaks here by the Rio Grande. They don't flee like the ducks and coyotes when the river goes dry in fall. When I reckon the currents together, I see that months have gone by, gone with the spring mornings, minty odor of salvia, spent perfume of Spanish broom. On the road we hear the music of the mockingbird torn like paper in the wind, the taste of dust in my mouth and nose as the wind gusts. El Rio Bravo, home to La Garza Blanca. I would like for you to come with me under the pines and the downy white feathers that barely touch us as they drift to the ground. My cat is sitting on my lap staring up at me. This one's called Cyclone. The dust devil grabbed a lawn chair and packed our noses with dust. Born of heat and heat slammed together, a ridge of high pressure stalled to the west, gave birth to this cyclone that cycles through the day's heat, the outrageous heat that displaces dogs and evaporates the rain before it can fall. And then we dream of rain, raining down hard and cold, stinging hailstones, broken branches, and electric wires. We dream of rain and seek to stain our parched lips with sunscreen and a gloss rain gives to stones, while the wind we can't control moans and drives the rain over the granite mountains that make the weather of our city so very thirsty. So, yeah, hit me up for the book. I'll put my email, I guess, in the. All right, now she's getting obstreperous. I'll put my email in the chat. And then for Poetry Month, I've been reading some Ars Poetica. And that's means in Latin, of course, the art of poetry. And this one I thought is particularly appropriate for Earth Day. It's by Aracelis Gourmet. May the poems be the little snail's trail. Everywhere I go, every inch, quiet record of the foot's silver prayer. I lived once. Thank you. It was here. So that's a sweet little Ars Poetica. Ryder the snail. So I'm doing Tumble Words this Saturday. It's 1 to 3 Mountain Time. It's on Zoom. So hit Kit Wren up for the link on Facebook or by email. And I'm sure he can give it to you. It's called Metaphors Be With You. So a little study of metaphors, a little punning there. And yeah, tell me if you want my book and come to Tumble Words. I think that all 3 of those poems I read tonight, I think they were started in Tumble Words. Yeah, so thank you very much, everybody.
All right, thank you, Robin. That was always such a great set and always a perfect commercial and advertisement for Tumblewords. Go check it out. Start writing your next literary masterpiece or something that will help you get there. I had a great time hosting this past Saturday. Mine's a little rare, but it's always fun to come through. I hope to make that one because that's the coolest title ever. Metaphors Be With You. I'll try and also promote it. Try and always bring new people in to Tumblewords. Okay. Once again, welcome to our online open mic. We do this every Monday. If you're just tuning in, welcome. Great to have you here. Let us know you're here and say hello in the chat. Hang out with us. If there's a line that you hear that you really love, let us know. If there's a particular image or metaphor that hits you in a certain way, let us know. It's a great way to get feedback because unlike an open mic with a live audience, we have not as much to go off of. We're here in a Zoom chat, like giving each other props, giving each other thumbs up and little claps, or if you're like me, cool little animations that pop up like this, but yeah, there you go. Fireworks. You just blew my mind with that metaphor. Something like that. So we're going to go ahead and continue. In fact, we're going to go ahead and welcome our first international guest of the day. He always comes with some really great material as well. Plus, a lot of time we get to read it. So let's see how it happens today. All the way from, joining us from Malaysia, let's go ahead and welcome Julian Matthews on the mic. And Julian, welcome back. Good to have you. Take it away when you're ready. It's Tuesday for you. Take it away.
Hi. Yeah. Just share screen. It's called Oldish. You say I'm no spring chicken, and I agree. I'm not even southern fried or roasted, and more done and dusted, basted and wasted. I'm not wine to be aged and savored, but more like a pickle or a fruitcake, soaked in vinegar or too much brandy just to make me palatable, not randy. Did you ever think one day I'd be invisible, fading into the already fading wallpaper, or too visible, occupying too much space in an elevator, a tortoise ambling in on a four-wheel walker? See how they move aside or raise their voices as if I'm deaf, but only selectively so, or admire my ability to remember things they forget, like I was five again reciting the alphabet. How they cheer me on like circus monkeys when I croon an old tune or finish my soup. Just an old dog adept at his old tricks, or a toothless crone getting his bone broth fixed. Slurp it up, you condescending pricks. I'm not dead yet, not even sick. So you don't have to ask why the fowl cross the road or howl when I do. Your day will come when you'll be equated to poultry too. They'll call you old geezer or grandpa at your birthday do. You'll be likened to a drunk stuffed too dry turkey or a mushy chicken pulao. Then ask, are you done, hun? Can we go now? Uh, yeah, and then this one appeared in Poem a Week by the Sims Library just last week. Interdependence. I asked the rock, who are you? And the rock replied, I am magma from the earth's womb, birthed in a fit of volcanic rage and cooled over time. I asked a grain of sand, where are you from? And the grain of sand replied, I am descended from your highest rocky mountains, lifted by earth's upper crust. I asked a drop of water, how did you come to be? And the drop of water replied, I was once a snow queen on an orbiting icy comet drawn by Earth's sensuous gravity. I asked a gulp of air, when did it first exist? And the gulp of air replied, my ancient ancestor, cyanobacteria of royal blue and emerald green, populated the oceans 3 billion years ago, absorbed golden sunlight, and tirelessly, one day at a time for 1 billion years, released living breaths just for you. I asked the root of a tree, what is your purpose? And the root of the tree replied, I draw the princely gifts of water and nutrients to feed the stem, which feeds the branches, which feeds the leaves and fruits, and in turn, all life on earth. I asked a friend recently how she was, and she replied that she just quit a job. In the age of 30 and single, she feels shelved, lost, and without purpose. I listened and empathized, and I did not tell her I felt lost many a time too, and in a way, I still am, uncertain of my own purpose in life. I did not tell her of the memory of the minute of our son's birth, bursting forth unto this earth, taking his first gulp of air in a fit of rage, feeling the weight of the world on our shoulders. I did not tell her of the mountains ahead, tireless trek of many steps, one ahead of the other, the detours and changes around the bend, and how I often confused the summit for the journey. I did not tell her of ignoring my roots, being constantly on the move, not wanting to believe how standing still as a tree in the wind could possibly enrich me, or bring any dream to fruition. I did not tell her how I skipped from rock to rock, thinking I could walk on water. I did not tell her how I felt entitled, not knowing then that the sands of time would eventually catch up with the man. I did not tell her I learned you cannot hold infinity, eternity, or any other abstraction in the palm of your hand, only calluses, scars, and rope burns. I did not tell her how the hearts of some men can be an island unto itself, and you end up being washed up on your calcified shores. I did not tell her there is no heaven in a flower, wild or tame, but only in the fertile imagination of robed men in privilege and power, supposedly fearful of hell's fire. I didn't even tell her what the rock, grain of sand, the drop of water, the gulp of air, or the root told me. because the last thing the world and any woman needs right now is another man speaking in obtuse metaphors and making pronouncements and judgment calls as if he were a god. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Julian. As always, feel free to share your links in the chat. Yeah. I love the juxtaposition of those hashtags there. Julian poetry and then not poetry. Cool. I love it. Even in the hashtags, you got some thinkers. Alrighty then, we're gonna go ahead and continue, guys. Welcome to our online mic. Our next performer is gonna we're gonna visit is in East Harlem, New York. Has been here before. Always great when she gets to drop by. Let's go ahead and welcome Vex Lex on the mic. What is up? Hello, hello. Welcome back.
Hello, hello. Always grateful to be here. Julian, that was beautiful. Wow. Tough to go after that. I have 3 poems tonight. The first piece is called First Heartbreak. If you were to ask me who was my first heartbreak, I'd probably give more than one name, more than one person to blame for the deformed shape my heart has taken on. It never heals the same. After absorbing each blow, though it is oddly satisfying to know that this new form would learn to love once more. The very first heartbreak is always the most chaotic, breaking you down until you are a string of syllables that will grow back into a mountain of metaphors. It serves as a lesson for what is to come, that there won't be anything you can't overcome. You can still feel it sometimes, attempting to ooze its way into your present, and as pleasant as life would be without the need for heartbreaks. Who would actually enjoy such a dull reality? I am here for love and heartbreak, and all that stems from their sacred duality. My next piece is called Shift. I walk the streets that have turned into a battlefield, attempting to shield myself away from the pedestrians turned enemy combatants, dodging their missile glares and armor-piercing stares. I wear my anxiety like a choker around my neck as it shapes its way into a double-edged sword that cuts me even when I try to stay cautious and diligent. I must constantly remain vigilant. My worries turn to boulders that I shoulder more often than not, stomach tied up in knots because my tongue is suddenly made of glass. I must be careful of my words. I am not sure I am up for the task of thriving in a society where monsters are just your fears reincarnated. I've always hated how I live life on the edge of my seat, anticipating my inevitable defeat. Shape-shifting realities trying to get me accustomed to daily abnormalities. How can I ever be at ease? Knees turned to stone. I am between a rock and a hard place. I tell myself there are some things that you need to face and some difficulties that you need to embrace. And for my last piece, I'm going to read from my book, Ask Me Again in 6 Months. I'm going to read one piece. It's called Casualty. I knew at any moment you would explode, and still I did nothing to shield myself from the blast. I was just a casualty in the war against yourself. I removed my armor, discarded the bulletproof vest, in the hopes that you would withdraw your weapon. If you saw that I meant no harm, I thought disarming you would do the trick, but neglected that ticking time bomb in your chest. There was ample time for me to find cover, to create distance between you and I. But there I stood, a consequence of prolonged optimism, waiting for you to make your next move. And without warning, you burst into flames. Again, I'm Vex Flex. I have a book out. Ask Me Again in 6 months. If you want to keep up with what I'm doing, shows that I'm going to be attending, follow me on Instagram, Vex Flex Poetry. Thank you again.
All right, very cool. Awesome. Thank you, Vex Lex. Go check out the work and support Vex Lex Poetry. All right, we're gonna stick around in the East Coast, and at the beginning of the show, I mentioned serialized performances are, and he was already given a shout out by Mike Sindler. He's been doing a really cool project. So today he continues it. Let's go ahead and welcome, joining us from Pennsylvania, it's Kazi Kaz. What's up, man? Go and take it away when you are ready.
What's up? What's up? Hello, everybody. Hello, Rich. How is everybody doing today? All right, all right. Well, yes, as you said, I've been doing my ABCs in increments. Last time I was here, I did it up to letter K. So today I will give you LMNOP. Excuse me. Lately, legitimately illuminating and lucidly logical literature has lamentingly lost lots of literary legitimacy. Listening to ludicrously loony lyrics laughably loses its lavishly labeled luster. Loquaciously linguistic lunatics loftily lurch and lazily lean from lightly liquored libations, leeringly looking to get loathingly lucky by literally locating legions of lusciously live and loosely legendary ladies. Learning life's lastingly long lessons, largely lessons, languishingly lingering liabilities, loomingly lurking like little life-leeching leprechauns. So live, listen, learn, laugh, and love. Because many magically momentous memoirs may momentarily materialize miraculously memorable manifestations, majestically making magnificently monumental memories. Mysteriously, monstrously marauding members of the misanthropically mongering media maliciously make malevolently masterminded masterpieces, mainly metastasizing by way of maniacally minded and micromanaged morons, mostly milking misguidedly mistaken and manageably misinformed martyrs. My. Now, never nurture neither nefariously naughty nor nauseatingly negligent narcissists. Naturally, nobody need nary a notificational newscast. Nevertheless, nomenclative nuances nullify normal notoriety. Nothing but Neanderthalistic nuisances negatively nurturing needlessly numbskulled nincompoops. I notably nominate the notoriously named Nasty Nas for next to nostalgically narrate the never-ending nocturne, nightly nestling it from nominally nonsensical and ability nullifying noise. Obviously, objectionably oblivious offspring and often and ostentatiously objectify others as objectively obtainable objects of obtrusively offensive and optimally opportunistic obsessions. Thus, obtrusively omitting and odiously ousting our only openly observable option of operationally orchestrated optimization, organically obliterating obsequiously ogreish and optically opaque opinions. I obligingly often optimistically overturn oneness, overtly oppressingly oppressive operations, obediently operating under overly obsessive orders of officially offsetting obedience. Now, protestingly pandering Protestants and promiscuously pestilent pontiffs perpetually propagate a plethora of prolifically powerful plagues by peddling primly pompous and pretentiously perpetrated propaganda. Possessively proud pumps, prancily posing as properly pious and profoundly prudent Puritans, problematically portraying a prestigiously pure premise and precedent. Positively, the principle of pleasure, potently and progressively precipitated by these popes' primarily pedophilic and pricely palatial papacies, precariously places potently polarizing and prodigiously palpable pressure on prominently poor and penny-pinching people. Prayer is ploddingly perilous, preying on the politely pleasant pitter-patter of praiseworthy preplacental princes and princesses. So pensively ponder purely pragmatic priorities, possibly preventing potentially playful and patronizingly pathos positions. I penitently present this preponderantly promising plea. So please, thank you.
All right, dope, man. And how can people follow and support you online?
I'm on Instagram, on Facebook, YouTube. I put it all in the chat.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much for making it on, as always, Kazi Kaz.
Thank you.
I love it. I love it. Percussive in his proliferations, keeping it perfect. I love it. I love it. I like to see all the way through to the end. As we mentioned at the beginning, all of these shows are archived, so you can go all the way back to when he started with the A's and then you can go through in the timestamps that Kit has left behind and catch each consecutive piece. So it's gonna be fun when that's completed. Hey, Ed Botastic in the house. What's up, my friend? Happy Earth Day indeed. Ed's going to be performing a little later on in the show. Right now, we're going to go ahead and come back to the area and tune in with our friend in Horizon City, who tells us she'll be playing at Unbranded Tavern tomorrow. Oh yeah, so that's O'Hara's gig, and then Rosewood, and then a big pizza joint gig on Saturday. I believe that's the downtown one as well. So lots of downtown gigs. Lara is one of our favorites. So whether it be online or in person, let's go ahead and welcome Lara Lynette to the stage. Welcome back. Hello. Happy Monday.
Hi, everybody. Thanks, Richie. I love y'all. I love seeing y'all. I love Julian. What a treat to get to hear you. Is he still floating? No. Anyway, so I'm gonna play a couple of original tunes. One is kind of heavy. I've been really struggling with all the world stuff going on now, and anyway, it's making songs. This is a rewrite of a song I wrote in lockdown, and it's called "A World Gone Crazy 2." Can't stop these tears rolling down my cheek, because we're living in times too bleak to not notice we're all in a world gone crazy, subjected to a barrage of foes. It's code red now, better stay on your toes, or you could cash your chips in a world gone crazy. Threats abound, but let's get one thing clear. We'll still go out, don't want to live in fear. Hail of bullets can't be prayed away, nor can the nut job stalking innocent prey in a world gone crazy. Our thinking has spun out of control. America has lost her goddamn soul, and Congress has their pockets stuffed with cash from NRA. World gone crazy. For so many it will never be okay. Thoughts and prayers, now official cliche. Zero tangible action taken in a world gone crazy. We must rise up and take a stand, vote in reps who listen to our demands, take murder machines off our streets. It's in our power to make it cease, or else we'll stay in the crazy, 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 crazy. Children gunned down by weapons of war. A river of blood is lapping at our doors. Enough is enough. Time to bang all the drums, drown out the echo of it's not the guns. So freaking crazy. For so many families, it'll never be okay. Thoughts and prayers are now an official cliche. Zero tangible action taken in this world gone crazy. We must rise up and take a stand, Vote for reps who'll listen to our demands. Take murder machines off our streets. It's in our power to make it cease, or else we'll stay in the crazy, in a world gone crazy, freaking crazy. Please, no more crazy, crazy. We're gone crazy. Thank y'all. It's kind of heavy. Sorry. So this one came out a few weeks ago. And it's kind of the same message, but a little bit different. This one's called Spread Love. Spread love, harm none. Melodies from up above, let's sing out now. We are one. Yeah. Spread love and harm none. Message fits like a glove. Sing it with me now. We are one. Look inside and you will see the heart of everyone in you and me. Our choice is to shun or embrace. Black or white, friend or foe, worlds apart or right next door. Our suffering can surely be replaced. It's simple if we choose to spread love, harm none. The melodies from up above, let's sing out. We are one. Hey, spread love, harm none. The message fits like a glove. Let's sing out. We are one. The dirty trick of hateful rhetoric betrays life by turning us on each other. Remembering the joy of being the truth will surely set us free, while lies only drag us under. Dear friends, please hear me when I ask you to spread love, spread love. Harm none, harm none. The melodies from up above, let's sing out now. We are one. Spread love, harm none. The message fits us like a glove. Let's sing it out loudly. We are one. Hey, we live while raging wars won't cease. Have we forsaken our humanity still? We can slap back or lend a helping hand. Brother, sister, trick or mate, cuss them out or communicate. Our world could use a big old dose of affection. right now. Let's choose to spread love, spread love. Unknown messages like a glove. Let's sing how we are one. Spread love, spread love. Spread love, spread love. The melodies from up above. Let's sing out together. We are one. Spread love, spread love, spread love. Thanks, y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you, Richie. I appreciate you and everybody.
Yeah, as always, thank you so much, Lara. Lara Lynette, go catch her at the pizza joint Saturday if you're in the El Paso area. What time does that start?
It's late. It starts at 9 p.m. and we're going to go for a couple hours till 11. So if you're out and you've had something to drink, come by and have a slice. And then you can go home safely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And I'm gonna spotlight at the open mic over at the Unbranded tomorrow. That's early, and then I'm gonna come see you at Rosewood after.
Perfect. I love that. That sounds like a really good plan.
Yeah, I'm gonna be downtown. Might as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a Tuesday night for everyone. So go hit up Unbranded. Catch Lara there. Spotlight set. We have Rosewood, and again Saturday catch a longer set. Pizza Joint is a very fun pizza place downtown. Pizza by the slice. They have beer too, so you can have some drinks.
Yes,
and
they do.
And then you can sober up. I'd like to go.
Yeah, come on down. Oh, I'm gonna come see you at Sheepdog too, Kit.
Oh, awesome! Very cool.
One of my favorite places. Thanks, folks. I appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you as always. Thank you for being part of this. Beautiful songs. I'm always just kind of like lulled away from everything. I stop reading the screen. I stop looking at everything, and I just feel in the music, and that's a beautiful thing to experience whenever you play. All right, hey guys, welcome to our online mic. If you're just getting here, we're gonna go ahead and continue on, and it's time to get international again. Joining us from Ontario, Canada. She also has her workshop series, I think week 2 this week of a new series. If you're interested, she'll tell you more about that. But joining us from Canada, let's go ahead and welcome Cassie. Cassie in La Casa. What's up, Cassie, how you doing? You with us?
Hi, I'm here.
Cool.
Okay. This first one is called Let There Be Beauty. First of all, hold on. I normally ask, do I sound like a robot? Is that a thing with my audio tonight?
No, you sound fine right now. Although it's just such a funny question to ask people. Do I sound like a robot?
I ask it everywhere I go now. Okay, all right. Let there be beauty. When you think of me, let my passion, persistence be recalled as beauty. A fire that casts a warm glow more than it overwhelmed with heat. Let my emotions have been a tempered body of water that enveloped you but didn't carry you away or sink you. Let my desire to reach out and touch be seen as verdant vines that climbed, extended to unlikely places, and held on by its tendrils for a time. That was written in Tumble Words, actually, this past week, courtesy of Richie and Kit. It was a lovely time. This next one is called Lost Luxury. Sometimes, in the middle of a crowded room, I feel the whisper of lost luxury over my shoulder, a faint relic of what it is like to speak unabashedly with my lungs not holding back monochrome of air, to let go of the impulse to add ellipses, commas, at the end of my sentences, to let my words hang in the air, to accept their release from my grip, to watch them drift like bubbles in the wind, fully formed, complete, and appreciated by the right set of eyes. Okay, and I have one more. I read this quite a while back here, but it was December or something. I'm gonna read it again. It's called Greedy. I'm greedy for experiences, for the rush of a new sensation, for the brisk foreign concept to laugh at my ankles, to surprise me, and push the corners of my beliefs to expand. Greedy for the joys of all shapes and sizes, the ones that crest unexpectedly after heartbreak. Little waves of absurdity, humor, found in back alleyways in the middle of the street. For the joys that tap at the back of my shoulder like gentle little sprites, urging me to turn around and notice them. And for the joys that take out my legs in waves when I am parched from all my daily acquiescing that I do when I should be wave chasing. Okay, so that's what I have for poems for tonight. Richie mentioned I am doing an online generic poetry workshop called Bound to Temporary Spaces. We're in our second week. It's a workshop that explores connection to place, particularly looking at connection to the natural world, and also connection to cities and feelings and laments of disconnection from place. If you're curious about it, you can go to my Instagram at Relentless Intrigue. I will also throw the sign-up form in the chat just in case it has details about it, just in case anybody's interested. All right. Thank you, Richie.
All right, perfect. Thanks for sharing those pieces. And I was excited that you read that first one. I was like, I recognize that. I've heard that one before. Very cool. So if you guys want to check out more generative writing workshops, check hers out. Again, Relentless Intrigue. You can ask her more about it. Week 2 this week. I've enjoyed what I've written so far when I've gone to her workshops. I got some really good stuff to work on. And I'm excited for that. All right. That's Cassie. And we're going to go ahead and continue. We're going to go all the way from Canada back to Chuco Town, El Paso, where we have Mr. Monday Night in the house, the man of literally many hats and also figuratively many hats. He's filled many roles, not just through Tumble Words, but through BWOMS. And as always, we're looking forward to a set. So Kit, go and take it away when you are ready.
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you, Richie, for the wonderful introduction. Thanks everyone who went before me. Richie also did a great job in the big chair for Tumble Words, and I'm gonna share something that started there to begin with. Franz Kafka checks the inbox for his Cameo page. Someone has left $10 for a message of personal encouragement. Someone's niece has gotten her first big girl job. He wonders what that could possibly mean. He practices the name and then turns on the webcam. The Hispanic names do give him difficulty, but he manages to nail Xochitl on the third try. Xochitl, the faceless horrors of the world are lined against you, but you have a face, do you not? You can stare at them, and though you cannot win, you can lose in an enjoyable way. They can never enjoy your destruction. It's an obstreperous job to them. Thanks for your support. Remember to like and subscribe. He watches back the video. He fiddles with the lighting. Finally satisfied, he sends it. He checks the schedule Max has printed out for him. He's supposed to stream something called Katamari Damacy. He enjoys this story of the so-called diminutive prince, rolling his world into a ball. He'd pay to see someone really do it. Like and subscribe, says Kafka, a reflexive muttering against the silence. A second time, more intentionally as practice. Like and subscribe. Who knows? You know? And all right, here's a short and dumb one. This one I did when I hosted Work something a friend of ours, Fernando Antonio Montejano and Lee Martinez Soto, two dynamos, they put together that every couple of weeks. Just first half is a writing workshop and the second half is a workstation for the more boring, more prosaic reasons you might need to write. Go ahead and bang out that cover letter, bang out that whatever you got. But I wrote this there. I turned to Mike and I said, Mike, you have women that want to kill you, but they'll settle for fucking you. I have women who care about me so much that they're afraid to take me out of the original packaging and hurt my resale value. Arguably, we are both doing this wrong. I think I'm doing it better. When you have a friend, you can talk like this to them. He knows a story about me nobody else does. And it's staying that way. I'm not that kind of poet. And goes with the cover poem. I'm going to be taking Tumblewords on May 4th. And I'm going to do it on Frank O'Hara. So this is why I am not a painter by Frank O'Hara. I am not a painter. I'm a poet. Why? I think I would rather be a painter, but I am not. For instance, Mike Goldberg is starting a painting. I drop in, sit down and have a drink. He says, I drink. We drink. I look up. You have sardines in it. Yes, it needed something there. Oh. I go, and the days go by, and I drop in again. The painting is going on, and I go, and the days go by. I drop in. The painting is finished. Where's sardines? All that's left is just letters. It was too much, Mike says. But me, one day I am thinking of a color. Orange. I write a line about orange. Pretty soon it is a whole page of words, not lines. Then another page. There should be so much more. Not of orange, of words, of how terrible orange is and life. Days go by. It is even in prose. I am a real poet. My poem is finished, and I haven't mentioned orange yet. It's 12 poems. I call it Oranges. And one day, in a gallery, I see Mike's painting called Sardines. All right. And as Robin was very attentive to mention, she will be hosting Tumblewords April 27th with Metaphors Be With You. Yeah, Richie's right. We should have flipped it, had done that on actual Star Wars Day. Piss off all the nerds. But no, it's so it's going to be a great workshop. She really knows her stuff, I can attest. And then I'll be handling it May the 4th. And then May 11th, Shocky G, a friend of ours from Pittsburgh, will be handling it. And she's entitled her workshop, Just the Facts. There we go. That's all the plugs you get for now. Here's my cool little duffel bag. Here's my cool little tote bag. Not a duffel bag. That's a different thing altogether. Uh, as Richie mentioned, I'll be hosting that old sheepdog on Thursday night. Always a great time, great brew, better every time I'm there. They really learn the craft. They really take it seriously. Maybe I'll get some food this time. Who knows? And the Aaron and George's Film Cafe, the Writers Theater, is going to start up again on Wednesday. I'm not sure if I'm there or not, but that's back. We're real happy it's back. There was a lot of turmoil with that place, and we're happy it's been resolved in a way that it's back. Speaking of being back, we're going to hand it back to Richie now.
Smooth. You already got the host skills going on, man. Yeah, come hang out with us on Thursday at Old Sheepdog. Shout out to Writers Theater. My friend Rebecca is one of the owners there, along with her husband. Yeah, they've had a tough time, not by fault of their own, so it's good that they're able to get back on that. Our friend Aaliyah runs Writers Theater. So check it out if you're in the area as well. I'll be on the lookout for them on social media and Instagram. Hey, so we're gonna go ahead and welcome a first timer here. She recently went to Tumble Words, thanks to our friend Liz Liano, and she's a little up north from here, in San Miguel, New Mexico. She has a book on the way, but I'll let her talk about that. Let's go ahead and welcome to the show AJ Warnicki. AJ, welcome. Happy Monday. Go and take away when you're ready.
I need to unmute. Okay. Hi. Yeah, I'm from Little San Miguel. I do have a book on the way. It's going to be posted in Amazon like in about 3 weeks, I hope. Because it goes up and then Amazon does like stuff, and I'm not sure what that stuff is. It's called Is There Love After PTSD? And so far as I can tell, this is the very first book ever, anywhere, that was written about what it's like to have PTSD by somebody who actually has it. Most of the books that you see on PTSD are written by people looking from the outside in. They think, well, we're observing this behavior, this must mean this. But my book is written a lot by me. And also, I have a huge number of contributions from local musicians, Orrin Wayland, Randy Lynch, Ali Shea, Jamie, a friend of mine from the UK. So it's a pretty amazing book. I'm a little actually, I think I'm kind of scared. But you know what? I would like to read chapter 10, which is my very favorite chapter. I'm not quite done editing it, so if I skip over stuff or change stuff, it's because, well, it needs to be changed. So, Richie, if you could help me share my screen, because I really like the image that starts with the chapter. I think you do something and then I do something. Is that right?
Yeah, it's enabled, so all you have to do is share it from your phone.
Okay, clicking share. Oh, document. Oh, this is not working. Hold on a second. I thought it would just come up and do the image that I had open. Okay, well, I'll just read from here and we'll worry about that later. This is called chapter 10, and Is There Love After PTSD? In the book, I always start with an image which I wanted to show you, and frequently some kind of a little poem or a comment by somebody. And so this one starts, I started falling in love with him at the edge of his aura and was gone by the endless time, a spin around the stars to his heart. 10. Is there love after PTSD? How do you know if somebody likes you? I can never figure that out. I can think I know, but then I somehow screw up all the physical response signals, and the other person gets the wrong meaning and goes away. But love, when you feel it in your body, hurts. And there is that feeling of gratefulness that rises from somewhere deep inside you. There is that want to push it down, to push it away, because the emotions are unfamiliar, but they are deep, physical. You want to know what love is, but you don't. But you do, and then you don't. And if you're brave, you do it anyway. This will be my first time on that level. Emotions offer opportunities for feelings. There's a huge difference between emotions and feelings. Emotions are physical and occur before the upper brain. The cortex processes them into meaning. However, the lower, older, more specialized parts of the brain receive the original inputs and decide whether a fight or flight plan is needed long before any logical meaning-making process occurs. So when you're in love, oh, I'm sorry, is there love after PTSD? So you're in love. You wake up in the morning gloriously happy, loved one by your side. You gaze into each other's eyes with boundless love falling out around the edges. You anticipate the night, or often just a moment from now, while you will take each other in your arms. He will take you slowly, firmly, letting every inch of your waiting love know he is there with you, carrying you high and higher, close and closer to him. His love explodes within you, cascades of delicate color. Over and over, you follow, tremulous with wonder, your love growing deeper. And then maybe you come to your senses. That awful part of you that your creative mind, that to your creative mind spoils the fun. It says, why would you want to give up all that familiar pain and misery for this amazing joy, this amazing and unbelievable happiness? And for the first time in your life, you gaze out with knowing, loving eyes and say, because I can. So I'm sitting here pondering, and I realize that I am the only person I know willing to take on PTSD and change not only my behavior, but also how I think, because I loved one man enough to want to be with him that much. This is a love story. I started out to shred the research community for taking such a distant, abstracted view of the richness that is PTSD and its derivations, derivatives, and beautiful opportunities. As I worked on it, the people around me emerged like mushrooms is wrong, but it's like being in a forest, and one day the ground is flat but rich with the humus of decaying leaves, and then in the night the moisture comes, and the next day mushrooms are there in sharp relief, and they're all different, these mushrooms, but all the same because they're mushrooms. In my case, not mushrooms, but musicians. And we all have, well, let's just say we all have the same disposition. Some people might call it a mood, but moods kind of come, they go. They're like clouds. Dispositions are just kind of how you are over time. It's like climate as opposed to weather. And if you don't know that, you probably want to look it up. And then something continued happening in what was for me a strange experience. I would have these conversations with Tim in my head as I worked through questions in the book, as I worked through how things came together and where the music went. I saw his music, especially his solos, when I felt how I was creating chapter dynamics. I meant not all of these things, certainly, because a lot of it just flows through me. But at critical junctures, there would be these conversations that led to clarity. And that was a phenomenon I had never seen before. It's unique and special. It is pretty amazing. So today, December 11th, 2023, I'm realizing that the last chapter of this book needs to be not a conclusion, but a new beginning. Is there love after PTSD? And the answer is yes. There was, still is, Tim's and my love story. It's the music beneath the words. It's lost in the rhyme, where every word I write is a new song for you. I love you, baby, my strong, beautiful man. Loving you is the adventure of a lifetime. This is a unique and different love story because it doesn't end when they kiss. It goes on following the things they do, always a reflection of how it is to be a musician with PTSD, how it is to be musicians with PTSD who are in love. It is a story of hope and beauty, a story of love and reflection. It's the story of me and Tim, and it will go on forever. Um, okay. I guess I was sort of expecting it to end. As I said, the book is called Is There Love After PTSD? And a whole bunch of people participated. Liz did the original graphics. That's Liz Liano. She did the original graphics for the covers, which I will show you as soon as I get a handle on share screen, or I finally get a hard copy of the book. And I haven't brought up the website and stuff. That's probably going to take me a little bit of time. I am on Instagram at AJ Warnicki. I'll just put that in the chat. And I have a Facebook page, but that's mostly like personal stuff, and I don't do a whole lot there. So that's it for me tonight. Thank you so much for listening. And I hope you liked it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for sharing that chapter. Lots of hype, so we'll follow that. And yeah, once again, shout out to New Beginnings. I'm really happy the way you phrased that there or made that happen. And hope you can come back as well. We love Liz. Liz actually hosts our Las Cruces BWOMS shows now, so that's really fun. She's part of our crew. And I think she also has Lizard. She has the shows that she does. I know she does Lizard Glitter shows in Las Cruces. I think I'm going to be part of that in May. So I'll promote that as soon as that's available. But right now we're going to go ahead and continue with our mic. Thank you, AJ, one last time. Lizardglitter.org. She has got I need to get a website. We used to have one, and then the guy who helped me stopped paying for the service. So I need to find a new hosting site for the BWOMS.com, but it'll happen. But thanks for sharing that link, Kit, in the Zoom chat there. All right, we're going to go ahead and continue. We have a returning poet, performer, joining us from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. It's Unspoken, and I want to make sure you're here with us. Let's see. Yeah, there you are. Long time no see. Go ahead and take it away when you're ready. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's see here. See if I can get this to work on split screen. We're going to try. Let's see here. I wasn't as prepared as I was hoping I would be, because apparently I have everything saved in 50 different files. So I'm almost where I need to be. Sorry, guys. No mean to hold you up. So I was going to go do this poetry slam in Lafayette, and because I've never done it, but this is what I wrote for that one. I'm not going to try and slam it out for you. First, I'd like to introduce myself. Infer through experience, I'll attempt to set some intention. If what's produced can encompass emotions traversed to reach our destination in peace, I suppose this time together, holding space through presence, builds acceptance up forever. Individually, we each experience our reality through a selfish lens. They can only comprehend what lies within the boundary of communications that are communications shuttered limitations. Is it selfish when time alone, with all we've known, provides us clarity together? For beyond that learned behavior, we can't discern the shapes or thoughts that exist beyond forever, having unlearned the definition of understanding. The looming shadow of a damaged planet dims the light of our ascension. We've grown, you see, humanity, a fleeting moment that came too late. That time that never came, since time itself was created, confused in its inherent linear ways. So much so that it never was and never did a thing to support us winning in the end. Damn. At the brightest moment in all of history, we will share the fall of whatever version of the truth it is you view, from the obvious to the obscure, with ill intent or hearts so pure. They can't endure such chaotic intervention. Like me, you see, what you perceive is true. Shadows warping the light, blinding eyes, jaded enough to refuse. The reality that this breath we share is the only one that ever existed. Through blank stares and attempts to become something beyond where we began, we come full circle to end at the beginning once again. I wonder when we became aware of our emotions, if our initial responses shed the slightest clue that history would expose, that said emotions reacting to themselves would assist us as we rise and fall in cycles for millennia. In fact, for all the infinite possibilities still lead to the same reflection. All right, I haven't titled this one. This is all, I'm mainly going to read stuff I've written in the past couple weeks. What is it we fight for? Is what we've been taught to become subconsciously misleading our awkward journey to a final destination? If so, I find myself writhing in disappointment for the human experience. What a waste of breath it is as we struggle to attain an identity, guided mostly by possessions and status we can't possess at the end. Choosing the opposite claim freedom. Needing validation, self-absorbed, I wonder if my perspective actually matters. Like somehow I'm one of the special ones, a vessel intended to guide others through my story so they may not have to be what I've been. How am I really? To think that the channel I embody actually has the power to heal somebody struggling alone to find their identity. To embody that space, would I not need to heal myself? Laughable. This madness encapsulates the beauty of what it means to be alive. Where we go, what we do, how we believe, what we've been through. God, aliens, crisis, meditation, condemnation, or for the sake of argument, eternal salvation. How do these ideas mold the human experience? The separation of a divided people that can't see eye to eye, having been nurtured by a culture spreading hatred, fear, and separation, forgetting simple things such as loving yourself. Without that love, what do we require? Oh, the only thing we'd lack merely is everything required to love another. In our discomfort, trust problems project our fear of being alone on the only ones that care to share insight against the norm, being not what is shown as refusal to conform, embraced by all parts that have grown. Denial too often the catalyst driving stakes through hearts that never stood a chance. Forgetting how to walk, how could we possibly enjoy the dance? Self-awareness may help soften the blow, though sometimes fake it till we make it is simply all we know. Is it right? Is it wrong? Does the correct answer exist beyond the song playing in the mind? Independently held experiences of the one who's facing the question this time. Within we know the struggle, though similar in reflection, only differs with perception. We would rather latch onto our perspective because yours may shift others so immensely, shaking the continuity of our growing projections and their validity. Experience, though brutally honest, whether you are or not, tells of selves to selves that can or cannot guide us in the light. I'm not strong enough to endure this life in front of me, yet still pursue it, enduring truths that deceive a pattern of self-destruction. Speaking of presence, reflecting the storms past, emotional immaturity fuels our oppressed mentality, altering truth with our delusions, incongruity. Claw from the depths of that canyon, each moment a fleeting vibration of misguided duality, subconsciously choosing to embody our fleeting mortality. Peer through smiles, absorb all their lies, embody the design that we lack the capacity to follow through. To build this fire, aspire to be the highest version of me. Yearn not for an end that never began, ignorantly pretend this moment is not at all. Is not all that it is, was, and ever could possibly have been. Knowing nothing, a follow through has proven we're too tempted to place blame, postponing the flow to a tomorrow that never came. In this moment, fear's embrace divides and complicates us. Truth required, its power holds us down, further deflating the potential of all we could have been. Out of body, out of mind, irrational justifications assist us in our retreat. Run from the I am, exposing through introspection the illusion of time itself. Divided hearts from minds, this time tears flowed beautifully, as focus concentrated intentionally on our purpose. Conspires to define what it means to have and have not, to stand and to fall, to plan and to run. Madness is still attempting to become. Restricted by feelings that get lost upon the tongue, stopping to embrace the I am, deep down releasing the ego's demand for validation. Destroy ideas of unworthiness. For this journey we all share. Emotions we don't bear become the prisons which confine the child inside. Simply begging for visibility in the pursuit of freeing our complexity. Once in a while, we need to hear it, manifesting what sounded beyond our screams, that yours and mine are illusions. It's okay to stumble awkwardly, even into our dreams. For the journey is so rugged that if you didn't struggle to get through it, how could we intend to appreciate the strength it took to mend the seams of broken ideology, or see that we cannot become something? That's why it seems outside our reach. To become negates the simplicity that individually we're implicit to see completely, that like it or not, understanding this spot, surrender to the reality we are already in all its complexity destined to repeat. As life's reality complicated by thought left the feelings to the side rather than expressing the truth in our deciphering. Such grand ideas, I only hope to share a perspective, possibly holding enough power to instigate a shift in our alignment to break free our hearts of such distractions and their power's complexity. Yeah, there's that one.
Oh,
And then I wrote, let's see. So I wrote this one last week. This is, I don't know how it came out, but this is it. Rebirth. What is it that we truly experience? In this life, does not a quiver of understanding expose the ripple effect each moment has on the next? Slow down, speed up, fly through all the methods of traveling through such immaculate destinations. If God and I are one, the flow shows that we should hit the road. This channel is opening, but for a moment, allowing me to share the truth beyond. Criticized, I finally realized that it was I whom took the programming and allowed their lies to define my life. Ha! Time shifting, perspective sitting, calmly orchestrate an integration into forever. Lost no longer, broke but much stronger. I understand that I was not wrong, yet I go on and on and on. Oh yeah. What places beyond the clouds where the face of God's wrath hastens the need for a reckoning? What shapes hold form? If matter is but gibberish spit as distractions to misinform us on our journey of our power. So selfish to think that they could keep it all away from us, or that divine intervention would not expose naivety's lust for emotion. Found my center. Forgiveness will follow. Long, lonely years wasted by programming flaws designed into my identity. Is I you? You and I are they. We are all the I am. This concept has survived, yet lesson observed until now I've denied its integration. I am nothing more than you and done nothing less than truly love. Life's experience is set to a rhythm that beats dishonesty into souls, diluting the fact that we hold all the control. I have died and will die. As I rise, look in my eyes and tell me what you think of all their lies. Once I thought they were mine. How about you? Channel divine, I see finality in the truth. I am perfect at letting myself go back to me. Such travesty that you can't see the expansive knowledge within as the distractions of my words leave little to be desired. I'm fired, I'm tired, oh shit, not really, but now I see how exhausting I am for infinity. Here once again, like, damn man, get through your head to come out and put down what the heart intends. Driven by forces so subconscious, I didn't even realize that that dream was the initial idea of me. The falsehood of a broken soul now finding reality. I'm perfect and so are you, sharing space and time, viewing such limitations with our perceptions due to limited knowledge or being consumed by their manipulations. Holy as thou as you walk among men, shedding skin to expose a demand for transformation. The beauty of being a madman is, it won't matter when they wrap me up and toss me into isolation. I hope by then I've shared more of our light and less of my plight, played our drums as we danced into the night, elevating the fact that this breath is the only breath we'll ever get. To elaborate would be ridiculous, for following this up to now is already ludicrous. You thought about that breath. There's nothing left. There's another and another. That's all you get. We have one chance to last for eternity, to find what is needed to erase the disgrace and replace fear with our love, which needs not be defined. For any further speculation would infer predisposed disbelief in our consciousness. Combined collectively, we share. Individually, we set boundaries. Confined by time, made by men using fear to control with hypocrisy. Slipped through crevices of a K-hole and found an ego's death. Stepped on the toes of Thoth, peeked the book of knowledge as it shrouded Jesus as he wept. For this to be real, as I sit in the dark, blinded by light, I now realize how we love ourselves is the reflection, not the mirror before me, or the disconnection left by yearning rather than securing our power with confidence and acceptance of how beautiful it is to be able to feel, even when our interpretation of feeling is what fucks up the significance of our interest in finding joy in presence. Wow, what a journey. Hold me now, put me back in my body. For this to stick, we must become nobody. For one moment in space, may this ripple feed unconditionally the love that must overtake fear. for our comprehension of the experience of our shared ascension.
All right, man. Those are your pieces that you're gonna be slamming with.
I think that's the one I'm gonna leave it on for now. I could read you one that I did like 22 years ago.
No, we're good, man. You actually went a
You're
little.
like, no, too many words.
No, you went a little over the time limit, but it's all good,
Perfect.
man.
Thank you guys.
Unspoken. Hey, do you still got your social media that you want to promote and all that?
Not yet. I still don't know
Right.
where to do it properly.
All right, cool, man. Well, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And good luck on that. All right, let's go ahead and continue. What's up, people? We got Sandy in the chat. I totally have been ignoring the live chat more than I usually do. So shout out to everyone who's been here. If you're an EPCC student, shoot me an email. You can find me in the directory, my last name. Let's see. Let's go ahead and continue with. We're gonna go to Washington D.C. We got always jokes and poems. It's right. Our constant here. It's Mr. Ed Poetastic. Ed, when you are ready, go ahead and take it away, my friend.
Thank you, my bro. Like no other words like thunder. Happy Earth Day! I love everyone's wordplay each and every day. Okay. My name is Ed Potastic. All feeling fantastic. Please take the time to control my rhyme for sublime. I got 10 Earth poems and 3 poems, so I won't take too much time. The first joke is, why are recycle bins optimistic? Because they're full of cans. Why did the gardener plant light bulbs? She wanted to grow a power plant. What kind of plant grows on your hand? A palm tree. What is a tree's least favorite month? September. What did a tree wear to the pool party? Swimming trunks. How can you tell the ocean is freely? How can you tell the ocean is friendly? Freely friendly. It waves. Here's one. A climate scientist and a climate change denier walk into a bar. The denier says, "Nice to see you." The climate scientist says, "Nice to see you too." Woo. And how do hurricanes see? With one eye. What did the limestone say to geologists? Okay. Don't take me for granted. And last but not least, what do trees feel on Earth Day? Relief. I got 2 wonderful poems from our wonderful host they love the most that deserves toast, Richie's workshop at Tone Words. The first poem is basically, how did you discover your voice? And this is my poem. When I was a boy, I was a broken toy. I was so slow, my words didn't flow. I searched for understanding, my mind was demanding. I didn't understand books, no matter why I look. I found a book with a cat in a hat. I read on a colorful mat. The patterns were easy, my mind felt breezy. I read day after day, till the doubt or bullies go away. I started writing poems. Some were black and wholesome. I wanted to verbally betray. You can learn your own way. My voice was silent from inner defiance. My words are poetry. Would you like to see the words inside of me? Thank you. This other one was where you get your inspiration from. I get my inspiration from a wonderful museum that's in DC. It's called the Smithsonian Museum. So this is called Art Museum. The bright paint sings to me, filling up blanks in my poetry. The fusion between modern and old, the craftsmanship of ancient Rome, weaving up memories towards our eyes, natural marvels just like our blue skies. I couldn't stop my pen to write higher and higher, trying to match the paints of the sea and the fire. The ancient painters always perplex me, using a candle or a lantern to capture what they see. I could never stop going through the art museum, the colorful, vibrant tales inside this mausoleum. You could hear the paintings and statues sing. They say you can find beauty in everything or anything. The visual memories interweaving in our time. The brushes aren't just there, but yours and mine. Thank you. I got one more. This is from Earth Day. This is called Drawn in the Smudge. Drawn in the Smudge. We, created by Earth, the dirt of rebirth. We are her seeds. We breed, she bleeds. Strength by our mud, soak in the floods. We're flowers in her image, roots without any limits. We don't show you love. Your voices are winds above. We feel your earthquakes while you painfully aches. We see your thunderstorms, your frantic cries as a newborn. We touch your hurricanes, the wails of growing pains. We drink your tsunamis, the water clear your body. We hear you, our mother. We feel your thunder. Yes, we understand and do. Sorry to be a burden to you. And mother work is never done. Thank you for being our son. Forgive your unrooted trees. We are pieces of your humanity. Thank you.
Awesome, Ed. As always, beautiful, beautiful jokes and poems. How can find people follow and support you online?
Sure, you can follow me and support me online while coming and support this wonderful mic that makes our money light in the sun. Sorry, you can support me online while supporting this wonderful open mic that makes our Monday night such a light in the wonderful, fantastic spotlight. All right, excuse me. If you want to follow me, please for free. My Facebook is Eddie Foreman and my IG is Eddie Foreman92. And remember, if the mic is right, I'll be there to shine my fantastic insight. If you send me a request, if you take yes, the answer is yes. Hope everyone stays safe, healthy, and blessed. Never stop spewing the wonder words inside your chest. Never stop being and feeling and doing your best. And remember, you're more important than you ever know. Don't stop your flow and never hide your glow. If you don't know, now you know. How I love this show!
Perfect. Thank you so much, Ed. Oh shit, I didn't even realize I had my camera off. Whoops. Dude, my bad. I was like, why? There I am. Okay. Appreciate it, Ed. Earth Day jokes, especially fun on this day. Got the green background right there right now going on. Kid kind of mentioned it, right? Normally this is where we would bring up Tesla Somok. It's been a while. I know Mondays got busy for him, but I'm gonna pour one out for the homie. In fact, I know his music stage name is the Brown Buffalo Bluesman. So I got some Buffalo Trace bourbon here. I'm gonna pour one out for the homie. Hope you're doing well, Tez. Good to see you. That's right. I poured one out straight into my mouth. That's the way it works, right? Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and continue. We're gonna go to Canada for our next performer. It's been a while since he's been here, but it's really cool when he comes through. He had also been playing some music, so I don't know what you're gonna do today. Some poetry, some music. Hey, just be you. We're happy to have you here. So let's go ahead and welcome to the stage Squigs. What's going on, man?
Hey, Richie, can you hear me?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of that. Thank you, everyone. It's been a while. I'm gonna read a couple poems here that I actually put together from Cassie's workshop maybe a couple weeks ago, in her first run through it. This one's called Answers. All that is incomplete is what we are made of. You, the negative space of all shape, a nervous system confusing itself for a soul, God, who misplaces the TV remote next to the keys and that one sock. Are we learning to be or remembering what we are, the stories we are becoming, against our will, choices that make us up? Fingers threshold between you and the rest of the world, opening against the edge of paper, confused blood for ink, and painting for a window, breath for life. Return always. The ocean reaches for itself. Stars fall to sleep. Open your eyes. Dust, pretending to be human. Thank you. And this other one is, this next poem is another one from the workshop. I don't know if you've for other workshops. I guess I don't attend too many. I'm not attending as many workshops as I should. But there's this thing that Cassie does in her workshop, and where she presents these ideas, questions, posings, musings, but as scaffolding, I believe, or Tinder, she calls it. But those aren't actually the prompts. But I end up actually just writing to those before the prompts come along, which are significantly more in depth, I suppose. But I wrote this one under with the question. I can't remember now what the workshop was about. Something about the end of the world. What would architecture, I believe, look like? What would after a nuclear apocalypse? So this one's called Pity. Small poem. After the bombs fell and obliterated what was, that great tower in Pisa, now startled upright, permanent as a shadow, leaning upon the very mountain where its stones were cut from, once upon a time, like a child returning home to its mother at the end of the world. Thank you. And, okay. Gonna switch that off. And then. Okay, sure. Can you, hear the guitar?
You play a little bit more? It's a little low. It's a little low in the background.
It's not supposed to be in the back. Hold on a sec. How about now?
It's still really low.
Okay. No?
I mean, so I have headphones so I can hear it, but I imagine others might have trouble hearing it. Is that as loud as you're playing? Is that you're playing it loud?
Hold on a sec. I think I figured it out.
Oh. Yes, now we can hear it. I heard
It's not
twanging.
doing anything. Hold on. Clinging. How about?
Yes, now we can hear it.
Okay, hold on. It's a bit too high, is it?
It's a little loud now. Let's find the Goldilocks channel.
How's that for Goldilocks?
I think that works just fine.
Is the voice coming through? Maybe if I just. Okay, let's see if this. Does that work? It works, right?
Yeah, I think you're good. I think you're good to go.
Struggles of a non-professional, aspiring, maybe attempting, let's say, musician. This is I don't really have, I guess, consider pieces that are for Earth Day. This has Earth to it. Here and now we are less than we were nearly yesterday. And death is a mystery to those left behind. So we offer a chorus to those gone before us. And one in particular shines. So I say hello to them girls that you know, and we'll laugh till we cry over stories of you. At a table for one, I'll recall all you've done, and I'll finish my Guinness for two. They say if you lose any limb you could choose. Well, surely you feel it, though surely it's gone. In the same way we know up above we'll be whole, and our grand misadventures go on. So I say hello to them girls that you know, and we'll laugh till we cry over stories of you. At a table for one, I'll recall you've done. And I'll finish my Guinness for two. Away, a glass for one away. Today, the past is done today. I miss you like burning, and I wish your return. But you've gone on to joy evermore. And I'll follow you soon, because life is a tune. And together we'll sing the encore. Away, a glass for one away. Today, the past is done today. So I say hello to them girls that you know, and we'll laugh till we cry over stories of you. At a table for one, I'll recall all you've done, and I'll finish my Guinness for two. Something like that. Thank you. That was Guinness for Two by McKenna. And I think that's my time. Thank you, Richie. Thank you, everyone.
Oh, yeah, Squigs. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Hope you get to stick around for the after party. And for those of you watching, we usually have an after party, and that's after we stop our live streaming. A bunch of us just kind of hang out in here in the Zoom call. And you guys, if you ever want to hang out, then you know how to join us. All right. That was an awesome song. That I think that also fit the Tez tribute because you had the writing followed by the song. So perfect. And as you guys know, we always have a closer. Every good baseball team needs an efficient closer to close out the game, send everyone home happy, shut down the other team, even though there's no other team. The other team is trying to finish the show, keeping a good flow. So he was able to read last Thursday. We had a really great event at Jovian Bronson's. And I do want to thank Dan for keeping it on theme and sharing his words that day. You guys already know what's up. So without further ado, it's the one, the only, a genre of his own kind. It is Dan the Man. Dan, take it away when you're ready. Ouch. Ouch. My ears. Is this a performance piece, Dan? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
No, I can't hear you.
Hello?
Hey. Hello.
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Hold
You
on.
sound fine. You sound fine, Dan.
Okay. Like this is fine?
It's fine. Yeah.
Great. Okay. All right. As you may know, yeah, we're still on National Poetry Month. And last Saturday, 25 years since 13 lives lost at Columbine. I wish they were friends of mine. And 13 lives lost. And I can't believe that that really paid the cost. Oh, God rest their souls. So thoughts, prayers out to the friends and family of the 13. Yeah. But anyway, I know today is Earth Day. Yeah. But not Saturday, 420 Day. And I know this coming Sunday, I think maybe Blue Sunday. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, and I know it's April Fool's Day. Yeah, or Autism Awareness Day, or but sometimes we have Easter Day, or approaching the Mental Health Awareness Day. Well, month in the May. Yeah. Okay. And since this is the poetry, I'm gonna read one of them. Last week, the teaching with fire, the poetry that sustains the courage to teach. Once again. And I just saw it. Okay, page 118, the bridge poem by Donna Kate Russian and submitted by Debbie DeWitt. Okay, the bridge poem. I had enough. I'm sick of seeing and touching both sides of things, sick of being the damn bridge for everybody. Nobody can talk to anyone without me, right? I can explain. I explain my mother to my father to my sister, my little sister to my brother to the white feminist to the black church folks, the black church folks to the ex-hippies, the black separatists, to the black separatists, to the artists, to my parents, of my friends. Then I got to explain myself to everyone. I do more translating than UN. Forget it. I'm sick of filling your gaps. I'm sick of filling your insurance against the isolation of your self-imposed limitations, of the crazy at your holiday dinners, the odd one at your Sunday brunches. I am sick of being the sole a sole black friend to the 34 individual white folks. Find another connection to the rest of the world, something else to make you legit, some other way to be political and hip. I will not be the bridge of your womanhood, your manhood, your humanness. I'm sick of reminding you not to close up too tight for too long. Sick of meditating with your worst self on behalf of your better selves. Sick of having to remind you to breathe before you suffocate your own full self. Forget it. Stretch or drown, evolve or die. You see, it's like this. The bridge I must be. It's the bridge of to my own power. I must translate my own fear, my own fears, meditate my own weakness. I must bring the bridge to nowhere but my own true self. It's only then I can be useful. Yeah. The Bridge poem by Donna K. Russian. Yeah. All right. So, yep. So we still got 8 final days of the month for National Poetry Month. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Again, so thrilled was last Thursday. Thank you, Richie, and thank you, everybody. I appreciate the BWOMS, everybody hosting last Thursday for a special event on behalf of the Casa Advocate. Oh, wait a minute. There's against sexual assault and and domestic. Oh, what? What was that again? I can't find the card. Hang on, I think I have the card here. Hold on, hold on. Here it is. Hold on, I have it. Hang on. Here. Center Against Sexual and Family Violence. So, yeah. And I have this right here. If you guys want to check it out, yeah. Screenshot this if you have to. So we'll get some more information. For those who want to help, please, 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 and any of your friends or loved ones are in danger. Yeah, this is the number right here. Please screenshot this. Don't it just in case. Yeah. Okay. Again, my blog's still on hiatus, so I'm catching up. So thank you guys, everybody. Thank you, Michael. All right. You have a great night. God bless. And okay, let's go ahead and call it a night.
I will, in fact, not call it a night. I'm gonna filibuster till Wednesday morning. That's right. I'm gonna read Ginsburg's. Oh man, I'm gonna mute you then, Dan, because that was very loud and clear on the stream there. It's a good set, Dan. Anyway, I'm gonna start reading Allen Ginsberg's Howl 20 times in a row. Let's see where that takes us. I'm just kidding. Let's not do that. Happy Earth Day, everyone.
It's roughly 20 minutes of time.
Yeah, easy. Yeah, no problem. I meant for 3 days straight. They've done that before. Anyway, I distracted myself like I do often. Hey, if you're in the El Paso area, come visit us this week. We have a couple live open mics. We have several, in fact. So Tuesday, we're going to be downtown at Rosewood Bar. That is on San Antonio Street, right next to the other bar we're at on Tuesdays, which is Mona Bar. I like Rosewood because it's specifically for musicians and writers. So if you do any of those, come on by and hang out with us. It's a chill night. It's very it's a little bit more loungy. Mona's a little bit more grunge, punk rock kind of aesthetic. You know, you get kind of rowdy. Rosewood's more chill, I think. And it works out pretty well. So come on through and hang out with us. Sign up starts at 8 p.m. and then we start a little after 9. So it is a late show. If you do want to go on early, make sure to get there early. Wednesday is it? Oh wait, I don't know if Wednesdays is anything. Not by us, but Kit mentioned Writer's Theater. I don't know if that's this Wednesday or in the future. Also, if I don't know if there's a right work session, I'm sure that'll all be figured out so it fits smoothly. Thursday, we are going to be at Old Sheepdog Brewery. So come on through. Sign up starts at 7 p.m. We're going to try and start at 8. If the weather is really nice, we'll probably be outside in the patio again. And Friday, we're going to be at EPCC Rio Grande Campus Little Temple. It's going to be an awards ceremony. The Hector Padilla Literary Prize presented with Chrysalis, the school literary magazine. I'll be emceeing, but it also is a collaboration event. It's also with BWOMS. So if you are a BWOMS reader, or I guess I don't know if they want to do music, but I think they definitely want poets and people to share their writing. And like I said earlier, it's always encouraging, I think, for the students to see other people go up and read. To me, I think it helps push them along. So we'll see how that goes. That's on Friday. It's a little bit earlier. I think it starts around 6, but be on the lookout for the flyer. I'll be posting it on our social media. Other than that, guys, thanks for coming through. Again, the whole YouTube thing, you heard Kafka talking about it. Like, make sure to like and subscribe via the voice of Kit, because it pushes it out to more people. Is it screaming into the void? Yes, it is. But you know what? We still want people to see the show. Oh, I think we had Jeff Taylor, the Garage Poets, in the house earlier. I wanted to say hi. The Garage Poets open mic. Shout out to them, Jeff Taylor. As always, Sandy, thanks for dropping by, hanging out with us, and I will see you guys next Monday if you want to do this. Otherwise, for the online mic, my name is Richie. You can find me online at Dead Wall Reveries on Instagram and Facebook, just typing in my name. right there. Of course, you can just follow Barbed Open Mic Series. I'll be attached to all of that. An easy way to find me for the live stream. Happy Monday. Hopefully, you guys have an amazing week.